All right, real quick, we're going to talk about a topic that it keeps coming up. I'm sick and tired of it. You've got to be sick and tired of it. And it's this right here.
So the message from this administration is clear. Only they determine the truth. And when their forces come to your city, obey or die. And if you die, you clearly didn't obey.
Okay. No, that's not what anybody's saying. Okay. Nobody is saying obey or die. Okay. What is happening is we have had laws in place for over 100 years. Over 100 years. Go ahead, look them up, whatever you want to do. These laws, interference, resistance, things like that. No one's ever complained before. Oh, this is unconstitutional. I should be able to resist. I should be able to interfere. I should be able to do all these things. But these laws have been in place for like over 100 years. Okay. Uh, I've followed these laws. Everybody normally follows these laws, but sometimes people don't. No one is saying obey or die. The government's not saying it. The law enforcement agencies aren't saying obey or die. What they're saying is cooperate. Okay. Cooperate is different than obey or die. Okay. And it's not cooperate or die. It's cooperate or accept responsibility for your actions. And what happens is you get somebody, officer goes up, says, hey, turn around, put your hands behind your back, you're under arrest for whatever, blah, blah, blah. And you go, fuck you. And you start fighting with the officer. Okay. Now you've upped your charge from whatever it was. Could be shoplifting, could be, there's a video out there that guy pulls a gun, tries to shoot the police officer at the target. So he went from a shoplifting to attempted murder. Okay. Now, could that officer have shot him? Sure. Is that an obey or die situation? No. Okay. Now, so I tell somebody, put your hands behind your back. I go to hook them up. They fight. Okay. Now it's assault charge. Okay. During the fight, they go and try to grab the gun. Okay. And then maybe another officer gets in. Oh, he's got my gun. Grab my gun. Grab my gun. The officer shoots him. Okay. That is not obey or die. That is cooperate or accept responsibility for your actions. And that's all anybody is asking of anybody in this country. Accept responsibility for your actions, cooperate with law enforcement, and it's going to go over well. And I can guarantee 99.9% of the time, it's not going to end up in a shooting. It doesn't. The statistics already show millions and millions of police contacts every year, thousands upon thousands of thousands and thousands, thousands everywhere. Okay. You start adding it up every minute of every day. And it doesn't always lead to a shooting. And why? Because people cooperate. And they say, hey, step out of the vehicle, you're under arrest. Sure, officer. Or, well, this is bullshit, but they still do it anyway, right? They don't try to run people over. They don't try to hit them with cars. They don't pull guns on the officers. They don't try to whip out a knife and stab them. I mean, sometimes they do. And that's that 1%, that 0.0001% or whatever the statistic actually is now. And you could do the math. I'm not going to do it for you. I have done it for you before, but I'm not going to do it again. But that small pocket of law enforcement contacts ends in a shooting. Nobody's saying this, obey or die. All they're saying is cooperate. Stop being a dumbass. Okay. And ignorant, inflammatory speech is what Colbert just did. Put it out there, national television to everybody. And all it does is create more havoc, creates more resistance and fighting and assaults, and leads to more situations where people feel empowered to resist law enforcement and empowered to fight against the badge and the uniform because they hate it so much. Okay. First one they're going to call when something goes bad, but they hate it so much. And now we're having all these officers get killed, all these officers get assaulted, all these incidents that could have easily gone from you're under arrest, here's some handcuffs, here's a minimal charge, to you can fight in court and probably get it thrown out anyway, to a shooting, and then people start dying. So, number one, stop with the inflammatory speech. Okay. It is dividing this country. It is divisive. It is causing problems. It is not left or right or center or any political party. And he even goes on to say, it doesn't matter if you're in a red or blue state. You're right. It doesn't matter. Red, blue, left, right, up, down, black, white, doesn't matter. None of that matters. What matters is a law enforcement officer contacts you, do what they say. Not obey or die. Do what they say, because then it has consequences. Your actions then have consequences. And what could have gone from, hey, let me see your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance, and you get a warning for speeding 80 and a 60, turns into a mass incident of all sorts of nonsense, and you're going to prison, or whatever else is happening. Take your ticket, take your charge, fight it in court. Don't fight it on the side of the road, and that's it. Everything is going to go perfectly fine. I guarantee if you cooperate, nothing is going to happen to you. Okay. It's when we start seeing all this resisting and fighting, and then people are grabbing things and grabbing guns and pulling for weapons and putting hands in waistbands and all these other things. That's when things go bad, because of actions. There are then consequences.